Hi guys, today we have one of the ideal MBA candidate. Trust me guys, अगर तुम्हें किसी को follow करना है ना तो this guy is you should be like this guy. Complete academic record, got a good placement, Barclays. So so you don't want to talk about the package. बोलेगा बाद में खुद ही बता देगा वो. So let's start with the background first. Where are you from? Your name. Start with your background.
So my name is Saurav Satpathy. So I am originally from Bhubaneswar, Odisha, but as due to my dad was in the Navy initially and we had to travel a lot, I was born in Jamnagar, that's in Gujarat. Then I had to travel to Bombay. There I stayed a couple of years. Then we moved abroad for a while in Malaysia. Then we came back to Gurgaon. So you get it. I have traveled a lot.
Cutting the story short, he have been to 10, how many schools?
13 schools.
13 different schools.
Yeah.
I've been to I think 5-6 schools. So one of the main drawback is that you don't end up making long-term friends. ये बचपन से दोस्त है मेरा ये दोस्त है. Unless you're online connected, that's a different thing.
But the only thing that helped me out was I was able to gel up very well at every.
That is the advantage on the other side, that you can gel up with any kind of a crowd.
Of course.
So like I'm in a situation now, I can talk to a CEO in his language, as a CEO language. I can talk to a peon as a peon language. और भैया क्या चल रहा है आपका, सब बढ़िया है ये वो, तो that's the best part.
Based on how the opposite person is and just keeping adapt yourself.
Correct.
And also I love learning new languages. So every city that I visited when I was in Maharashtra, Bombay, I learned Marathi. So I can speak and understand fairly a bit of it. Now I am here in Hyderabad for the past 10 years. So I have understood, like I know my way around Telugu. So I can properly converse over here. So that's been a good journey for me.
And that have been an advantage as well, because once you're working in your summer internship project, that helped you in the...
Yes.
Great. So starting with the first point, let's talk about the extracurricular activity.
Yes.
Fine. He have done right from, we were talking for last half an hour, then I convinced him to come on and give this interview. So let's talk about your trip to that, the one you won, the gaming
Premier League, yeah. So that was in Montreal. So I am a huge buff for gaming. I play Call of Duty, I play FIFA and GTA Online for the longest of the time since it's been out. And COD has been my big money cash grab. I won money with my team while we played it internationally, and we were ranked 57 in the all over the world, like the Asia Pacific region. So that was a very good experience for me as well.
So in college also you do a lot of extracurricular activities.
Yeah, so we have a lot of clubs and committees that helps you get the peer learning, to interact with people, seeing the diverse crowd, how do they approach a problem and everything. I myself personally am part of Macatus, it's a marketing club, and then IRC, International Relations Committee. So these two are where we are being, having fun, not only in terms of just meeting new people, but like conducting events, getting people to know about new things. Like International Relations Committee, we used to post what new movies or things that have been coming up in the recent past, international movies to be precise, so that we are an International Relations Committee. In Macatus Club, it's more about marketing mantra. So that's been where we've been in the co-curricular.
So guys, this is our task number 1. You have to participate events and organize event. If you're not in the main organizing committee, do as a support staff. They always need volunteers on the D-Day of the event. So participate, because once you are, I think if you're organizing an event, you learn more than a company work ex. Because you are doing marketing as well, थोड़ा बहुत ये handling people, HR role, finance role.
काम लोगों से बात करो, डील करो, भैया कहाँ हो, अभी तक नहीं आया, please लेके आ जाओ, the deliveries needs to be met.
That you realize कि it's more difficult to get the work done than to actually do the work.
Do the work, yes.
And problem is in corporate, you are paid to do the work, so I don't mind because I'm being paid for that. Here you have to make the people work for free. That's more difficult.
And you have to get it done in an efficient and a nice manner, so that the end result has to be good.
Exactly. And he's a batchmate, so you can't be very rude to aggressive also, right?
And that is wrong to be rude to anyone. Obviously, getting a job done and keeping a good relation with the other person is quite prominent, at least when you're trying to enter into the corporate as well.
Correct. And then you end up improving your interpersonal skills as well, like how to talk to people. Like you talked about your gathering, you're now able to talk to more people.
Yeah.
So because of these interactions. So that's number 1 point. Participate and organize. More than participation, organizing is very important. So that's from the extracurricular point of view, which we can see this guy have done a lot of things before coming to MBA also. He just carried forward the things.
Yes.
Second thing is obviously the academic record. You have to maintain a decent academic record.
Yes.
Fine. After talking to all the people around, all the B schools, 60, 60, 60 is bare minimum requirement.
Yes.
10, 12 graduation. Yes. If you are able to maintain that, And in college also, if you can do 60 plus, 60, 60, 60, 60 हो गया.
they would be more than happy about that, because a lot of companies have like a basic cutoff. So if you meet that, you are in the eligibility for almost 90% of the companies. But fear not, in case if you're not able to maintain that as well. But if you have a wonderful interview experience, or if you have a yes up your sleeve, like a few people have told me that I am fairly decent in my communications, and someone might have be more efficient in maybe Excel or some other thing. If you can shine in the interview, your grades do matter to a certain extent, but don't be flustered or frustrated that you know what, I have to get more score, I have to do this and that. Taking life easy and approaching it with a much more calmer demeanor will definitely help you out a lot.
And I think a lot of things which he have said goes because of his dad.
Yes.
So I've not met him, but he's a very good personality. He's from Ahmedabad. वो मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन है वो बाद में पूछता हूँ पहले लेट मी क्लैरिफाई दैट सो ही गिव हिम द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू एज वेल सो ही took him with him to various meetings.
So wherever due to his work, due to the lockdown, he would sit down in his office and show me like his meetings happening. How do he deal with people? Like कैसे काम कराना है, क्या नहीं करना है. How you have to be attentive over there. So it is also like an insight for me. Of course, we all will be jumping into
more
it.
than anything, अगर 9th क्लास के बच्चे को डैड ने गेमिंग के लिए कनाडा जाने दे दिया, आई थिंक इससे ज़्यादा कूल डैड कोई नहीं हो सकता. 9th में तू चुपचाप आईटी की तैयारी कर, इंजीनियरिंग की तैयारी कर, ये कर वो कर. सो नाउ माई क्वेश्चन कम, योर डैडी फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद, तो उन्होंने तुम्हें बम्बू नहीं दिया कि तुम IMT कैसे जाओगे, तुम IM जाओ, रिपीट करो, ये करो, वो करो.
After my 10th and 12th, after looking at my grades and everything and looking at my demeanor towards life, he said, take commerce, do as you please. Because he had this philosophy, if I restrict you and I make you do something, you won't like that. In the end, you have to live
दो
with
चीज हो
it.
सकती है. यहाँ तो he want to relax, enjoy the way, choose your own goals type.
Yes,
That's a very good way to look at. Other way to look at is like तो तेरे से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, तू बेटा चुपचाप काम मस्त कर ले.
I think it is the latter one for sure.
नहीं यार, I have realized that engineering is stupidity यार. For me, I spent 4 years of my life in engineering college, 2 years preparing for the engineering, 6 years of life I wasted. जबकि these BMS grads are more smarter than me as an engineer.
Okay.
So rather than, so that's my advice to all. If you have a younger brother or a friend, uncle or uncle's son or something, so recommend him कि rather than doing it, unless you're doing from a top IIT, but उसके लिए भी तुम्हें फिर वही 2-3 साल लगाने पड़ेंगे, तुम्हें कोटा जाना पड़ेगा.
बहुत पढ़ने के लिए जाते हैं लोग अभी भी.
So that's obviously good. If you can do that, great. Otherwise, BMS, BCom कराओ और चुपचाप MBA की, अगर MBA long term goal है तो, then obviously makes sense to do that. So number 2 is academic record. Maintain a good academic record. If you have a bad academic record in the past, college में आके अच्छा कर लो, so that you can say like सर मैंने बहुत पाप किए, जो गलती हर बंदा पाप करता है. But now I have kind of made out of that कि चलो मेरा भी अच्छा कर रहा हूँ अभी. So that's something you can do. Now we'll talk about third thing which you learned is you talked about knowledge.
Peer learning, and I've been very, I am eternally grateful to IMT Hyderabad, because they've not only provided me the platform where I can come, study, learn and do things, but I can meet and learn from the peers as well. Like there are a lot of faculties here who actually have like proper industry relevant work ex. So they impart knowledge. Not only the study does not stop at the classroom, it goes beyond it. Like we have one of our faculty who takes classes in like the green portion so that you can feel the fresh air, sit out there and talk and give your point of view about things. And overall, the faculty have been very supportive, the management and the peer learning. I've been stressing out a lot on it, because the kind of group you hang out during your MBA, like there are a lot of people who just want to get an MBA done. There are people who want to strive really far ahead in life, have planned out a lot. I have people in our batch who have more experience than me, than a lot of other people, like 5 years, 6 years of experience. So they have a lot of knowledge to share as well.
Correct. See, a lot of time ना people come and say सर हमारा crowd बहुत बेकार है, ये है वो है. भाई तुम्हें तुम्हारे type के लोग मिल जाएंगे. Wherever you go, you will find people like you. So yeah, you said it right. Be like a sponge. Absorb as much as you can.
Knowledge you can. Because no matter if it is from your industry or from somewhere else, it is always good to be aware of your surroundings and what's actually going around the world.
With the people, newspaper is the best source यार. Nothing can be. Newspaper is the best book you have. तो भाई रोज newspaper पढ़ना. MP में जाने के बाद भी. Let it be Times of India, let it be Economics Times, whichever business news, especially because you are a business student. That's expected of you.
Also, if you are maybe on the go and you're not a newspaper person, you can use InShots, you can use Economic Times app. Like the medium of the information should not hinder you or like stop you from gaining the information. You can go online, you can look about it. Even Google alerts are set if you want to know anything related to finance, world politics, geopolitics, what are the impacts of the geopolitics that's going to be resulting for the recession or not. There are a lot of factors and a lot of things that you can look for.
I think that's one of the biggest strengths, that you learn a lot, you
Yes.
improve yourself. Like you talked about com skills as well. Okay,
Yes.
when you were coming to 3 years ago, you were not that fluent.
I was
with
not
com
that
skills.
fluent. I have tried to pick it up, blatantly saying from maybe movies. Try watching some older British movies because they have like an immaculate tone how they speak. They use tough and like complicated words which sound very fancy and can convey more than what we would make in a sentence.
So I normally give the Amitabh Bachchan example. That I can drink English, I can speak in English, I can talk in
Talk
English, I
in
can walk
English,
in
yeah.
English, kind of thing. This is what you do in college. Yeah. You have to improve yourself. Otherwise, you will. Again, if your friend circle is not like that, then you can't improve.
Yeah. And friend circle, most of the people who are coming here, at the end of the day, they all are here to learn more and expand. Because if someone's going through the exams, they're paying a hefty amount of fee, and after that they're coming here to study and make something out of it. Nobody's here to like waste their time or just fool around. So they would be more focused, and in that way, you might even derive for motivation from one of your peers as well. Like they are doing something good, and so
You will learn
that's what
from
I
that.
would say.
True,
Yeah.
true, true. And English is required, yaar. If you come to Jo Marji Bolo, yaar, in a 15 minutes interview, no one can judge you properly.
Yeah.
So one of the factor is going to be com skills.
Com skills,
So you have to
definitely.
improve that. So that's what he have done. So again, that's another point for you. Improve your English. If you have good English, still you have to be the best.
Yes.
And talk as much as you can in front of the crowd. यार तुम ये 200 बच्चों के सामने नहीं बोल पाए ना बैचमेट, तो तुम आगे जाके कॉर्पोरेट में क्या बोलोगे फिर? So be confident. I think that's a next part is internship. You have done a few internships.
I have done one internship during my undergrad. That was with Amazon. So I was initially taken for 3 months for customer service associate, and between that, while working and being good at it, they shifted to me rescue department.
Okay.
Like in case if they aren't able to handle the customer well. So there are a lot of departments in it. I was in the UK chats division. So over there, I was dealing with like the UK clients and customers. The main time where they wanted like during Christmas was their like express and rush hour. So they want people focused. So it was a very fun experience because it was a completely different demographic. Like we are in India, no matter how many TV series or movies we watch, we can't exactly know what their culture, what they want out of a person on the other side of the phone is. So it was a fun learning curve. Then in my post graduation, like during my MBA, I had the opportunity to work with a company called Simply Science. So it is a edtech platform that provides education solutions for small scale to like mid tier schools. I was there for like different cohorts. Initially, I worked in sales for a while. For a while for marketing, I did do a small bit of market research, like understanding what the current market is, how they are growing, what are the competitors doing, and stuff like that. And under there, as they were trying to get the places or how they got the deals in the local terms, so I did use the flair of my language, which is Telugu, and dealing with the local clients in their own preferred language gives them a sensibility of like that I can trust him. He speaks my language, so maybe yeah, why not talk to him than someone who comes there and talks to them in English.
I think that's learning to the next level. He is now going to Chennai after this
Yes.
for Barclays, and he already started learning Tamil.
हाँ.
सही है बाप, सही है भाई, बहुत आगे जाएगा तो लाइफ में. So if I summarize everything together, I think the icing on the cake is your confidence.
Yes.
Fine. So this is something. If you are confident, then all your other things will be secondary. Then
Secondary,
That's
yes.
what I feel. If you're confident, I think that's something you have to bring in your.
Yes.
You all key boss. Be confident.
Confidence in having a bit of the knowledge as well, because this being confident blindly will not actually.
Exactly. No. That will automatically come with that. Na? So you
Yes.
have to. There are two ways to be confident. One is to fake it.
Yes.
Which there are people who can do that.
Yeah.
And then second thing is once you know thing, you can talk about it.
Of course.
So knowledge, internships, your academic record. So all these things. This is all MBA all about. यार ये तुम 4-5 चीजें कर लो, you are going to get a top job from campus.
Yes.
So great. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here. And I have been like a huge fan of him. Like while I was trying to pursue my own MBA, but I was trying to prepare for CAT and MAT and other competitive exams. So I got to know a lot about what to do during examination, not to just solve it blindly, make a strategy about it, do lots of mocks so that you're prepared for it, managing your time. So also I feel very nice that I'm in like one of his videos because I used to watch his videos prior to this. So this has been a good experience for me as well. Thank you for
Thank you,
having me.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.